to the good music all the way from the 80s till today. That is both from 254 to the world. You're streaming us on www.iconradioke as well as youtube.com/ at Icon Radio K. Before, be sure to follow, like, and subscribe. Would love to hear back from you guys, of course, with your comments and your love. We do have our WhatsApp number +254 788 0030. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So much to talk about today, so much to uncover. Also going to be having a special guest later on today on the show. And she will be coming to talk to us about teen pregnancies. I'm really looking forward to this conversation because it's one that I've actually wanted to have for a long time. Not that I'm a teen and not that I'm pregnant. It's only because it is something that has been prevalent in our society since my primary school days. And of course, just learning the statistics and how to deal with, especially with a child who suddenly falls pregnant, how to handle it. There's so many questions I have. And if you have so many questions as I do, you can be sure to reach out to us on +254 788 380030, as well as WhatsApp number, which is or rather, I'm telling you the WhatsApp number. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm having brain farts today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so YouTube, in the comment section, you can highlight us and let us know what's up, or if you have any burning questions in regards to the topic for today. We're also taking in your requests between 9 and 10 a.m. Let us know exactly what you like to listen to. We got you covered. But today, we're rocking it out. Even in the second hour, I'm going to school you a little bit on some Kenyan rock. I can't wait. So tune in for mad vibes this morning. Only on your number one entertainment plug.
Usiniweke kamba kwa shingo, pombe sigara, ulo.
She closed her eyes. just a girl. She expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, and the bullets catching her teeth. Life goes on, it gets so heavy. The wheel breaks the butterfly. Every tear a waterfall. In the night, the stormy night, she closed her eyes. In the night, the stormy night, away she flies. A dream of so lying underneath those stormy skies. She said, oh, I know the sun was set to rise. This could be Aisha na nagunadisa Makaliyeye Kukakafisiha Mzuki Ndoto Bemoni Amizale Katise Beno say, Mangari, 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 Ambabara, Ambabara, Amashingare, Mangari.
Amazing rock music. You heard Coldplay, of course, with Paradise, and you just heard the amazing Swahili rendition of that called Peponi. It's by the Piano Guys, and it's got a guest starring artist Alex Boye. Love it, love it, love it, love it. More amazing rock music coming your way this morning. Let's keep talking together on +254 788 380030. Let's take a quick look at the roads this morning as we get you guys settled in your cars and going off to work without any incidents. All right. For those who are on Jogoo Road, or rather planning to use Jogoo Road, traffic has indeed begun on major parts, all the way from Outer Ring, past Makadara, into KPLC, up until Nairobi City Stadium. For those who are on Langata Road, traffic seems to be all right. There's pockets of traffic around Nairobi Dam and around Airport View Estate, but it doesn't seem to be too heavy. Also a little bit of traffic around Timor, but it is bearable. That is until you get to Munyao National Stadium, and that's where it gets yucky. So brace yourselves, guys. For those on Lusaka Road, seems to be nice and clear. There's pockets of traffic here and there. Bunyala also seems to be free and clear until you reach to the intersection, but it is bearable and moving. For those who are on Ngonga Road, from Ngonga Road, you are experiencing a little bit of traffic from about Impala Club going up and past Daystar Roundabout, and pockets of traffic going into the CBD if you're using the Upper Hill route. For those who are on Mombasa Road, seems to be all right. That is until you approach ICC Church, going up and past Nyayo National Stadium. For those who are on Thika Road, heavy traffic right about now, starting all the way from KCA all the way down to Mudaiga, past Gara. The best route for you is Forest Road if you are trying to escape all of that. And finally, for those on Wayaki Way, seems to be all right for now. Traffic seems to be moving quite steadily, doesn't seem to be heavy, and seems to be free and clear all the way until you get to the roundabout right in the middle of Westlands there. But that is all you have to contend with. After that, you are free and clear all the way until ABC Place. If you do see any accidents or incidents, be sure to let us know. +254 788 380030. All right. Nairobi, weather, 40 degrees, mostly cloudy, humidity at 59%, going up to highs of 22 degrees later on today. Seems like it's going to be a cloudy day for Nairobi. For Mombasa, 24 degrees, humidity at 93%, going up to highs of 30 degrees later on today. Also a cloudy day for you guys. And for those by the lakeside in Kisumu, 21 degrees, intermittent clouds, humidity at 78%, going up to highs of 28 degrees later on today. You can expect a little bit of sun later on in the afternoon. But no matter where you are, no matter the weather, you'll always have a great day with Icon Radio. Of course, we'd love to leave you with a little bit of motivation before we go into the news. Let today be a testament of your strength, a celebration of your resilience, and a reminder that you have the power to overcome any challenge. Let today be a testament to your strength, a celebration of your resilience, and a reminder that you have the power to overcome any challenge. I love that for today morning. That is kind of like how we are all kind of feeling at some point as we try to navigate through these times. Resilience is definitely something that we have to hold on to and remind ourselves that we have the power to overcome anything that comes our way. Keep it right here on the Breakfast Jam. We will continue to give you news that is trending across the country this morning. We'll also be taking your requests from 9 a.m. Keep it right here. And of course, try and get to the conversation +254 788 380030. We'll continue to rock it out. Into the next hour, we'll be doing more of the Kenyan music. Looking forward to showcasing that to you guys. For those who have never known, yes, Kenyan rock does exist. And it is heavy and it is awesome. And guys who are putting out music, put in so much work and put in amazing stuff. So I am making you into believers today if you have not been all your life. Keep it here for more amazing music only on the Breakfast Jam.
And when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Back in the summer of
The Breakfast Jam with Myra Maloba. Pombe sigara naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana, lakini hawasichana vile nawapenda ni kama laana. Lord. Nasikia walevi watanabia, lakini kuna siri nitawaidia leo. See, I'm not addicted to alcohol, not a victim, not at all. Yalompata Samson, yakampata Solomon. Situation ugeuka tricky, kuna shimo alipanda miti. Contribution kwa timafisi karura. Oh, situation ugeuka tricky, kwa hivyo usiniweke kamba kwa shingo. Pombe sigara, ulo, naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana, lakini hawasichana vile nawapenda ni kama laana. Yeah, pombe sigara, ulo, naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana, lakini hawasichana vile nawapenda ni kama laana. Someone please call 911. Tell them that storyteller has gone down. Eti alivunja shingo akalemewa, akatoa fimbo nje ya ndoa, na hivyo ndivyo alijichomea. Hey, situation ugeuka tricky, kuna shimo alipanda miti, na hivi sasa atoka miti kwa jela. Hey, situation ugeuka tricky, kwa hivyo usiniweke kamba kwa shingo. Pombe sigara, ulo, naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana, lakini hawasichana vile nawapenda ni kama laana. Pombe sigara, ulo, naweza wacha bila kung'ang'ana.
than what we design, create instead. For what is given must be earned, and what is taken is returned from all the vicious hands that feed from discard. One place faith that hope will be restored, but who knows the nature of it all? And take it all, and take it in, and try to savor the moment. When it feels like you're in control, but you second guess its nature, and feels like you're on a roll, nothing that can get you right. When you feel like you won't rain on your parade, then it finally happens. That's what the rain man does. And through the eyes of all his faithfuls, he provides just what you wait for. A hunger rises from his way. Decide, decline, and take control. And I know just what you're feeling on the inside. It's not worth it if it's inside. It just keeps falling down this incline as well. Oh, gather while we're sheltered from the pain. There comes the moment to tell me rain. Won't you scream afraid? Please retake your innocence. They gathered, they were dancing in the rain. Here comes the never-ending pain. Please retake your innocence. When it feels like you're in control, but you second guess its nature, and feels like you're on a roll, nothing that can get you right. When you feel like it won't rain on your parade, then it finally happens. That's what the rain man does.
Parking lot grass. Raven, and you were also listening to Pombe Sigara cover by Rush Band. Of course, amazing Kenyan rock music. I know a lot of you didn't knew that we have this kind of music in Kenya. Guys even thought like rock was dead and buried, but it is not. It is alive and thriving. And we're just educating you just a little bit before we go to normal programming. Let me know how you guys feel about it. +254 788 380030 as we continue to show love for the 254. We're going to take a quick look at the news making the headlines this morning. Now, I'm going to start off with one controversial piece where Wiper Deputy Leader Farah Malim, remember sometime earlier this week, I think it was on Monday, a video circulating of him making quite dangerous remarks in regards to the Gen Zs and how he would have dealt with them for those who invaded Parliament. And it was quite unpopular. I try not to repeat it just because of how dangerous his remarks were. Quite dangerous, especially for a leader and a leader of a party that seemingly is in the opposition. Now, Wiper, as a result, have resolved to kick him out. Now, Wiper's party's National Executive Committee on Wednesday resolved to kick out Dadaab Member of Parliament, Farah Malim, following his recent alleged inflammatory remarks on anti-government protesters. While holding a presser, Wiper party leaders called for his de-wiping from all leadership posts in Parliament and exclusion from the National Assembly Speakers panel. Now, according to the party, Malim alleged remarks go against the party's guiding principles and core values. Now, they announced, let it be known clearly that the Wiper Democratic Movement party distances and disassociates itself from these remarks. The party also disclosed that disciplinary measures had commenced against the party members who voted in favor of the now withdrawn finance bill. Now, according to the Wiper, the 4 legislators, including Malim, despite receiving the summons to appear before a disciplinary meeting, failed to heed the call. It would seem, in other words, Kime Umana, because they're not the only ones who are singing to do, or rather carry out, disciplinary actions against their MPs who voted yes during the finance bill reading and vote. It was also ODM that first said that they are going to be recalling some of their MPs. So I'm really waiting to see how this will play out. Remember, the MPs were allegedly bribed. Okay, let's just say bribed. They were gifted 2 million shillings after they voted yes, or if they voted yes. So this was revealed by some other MPs, and it was continuously being reaffirmed by others that if you vote yes, you get that amount of money. I don't know what to call it other than bribery, but people have different terms for it. So the motivation, okay, yes, it's motivation. So that motivation led to a lot of MPs seeing quite a bit of woes within their constituencies, and they're continuously getting to see that times have really changed. Like, guys are not prescribing to the same way of, adoring and like chewing up all the words of their MPs. Guys are being called to task. Day by day, youth are visiting their governor's office, their MP's office, and putting them to task and asking them, what have you done for us? What are you going to do for us? And why did you vote yes? You saw the Nakuru MP over there with his wife wearing a t-shirt saying sorry. Where things are thick. Like I said before, Kimil manner. Now, we also have, again, another person being put to task, and that is C.S. Mokomen, who has had to defend himself and go on record as Kenyans demand his resignation. Now, Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen on Wednesday during an interview with Spice FM addressed calls for him to resign. Now, the CS defended himself, adding that it was not his fault for failing to deliver his duties in the ministry, adding that it was due to a lack of funding. He emphasized that it was not within his jurisdiction to secure the funding required to run his ministry effectively. Mukomen also stated that he would take full responsibility for the shortcomings if he had not been provided with the necessary funding. He said, I think I deserve this seat, but it is not my power to determine whether I stay or not. My conscience tells me that I have worked 200% to achieve this, and I am grateful for this chance because there are many Kenyans who deserve this. Now, Mukomen also went on Obina TV and spoke about how much his clothing was worth. And I think the more he does this, the more guys are out for his blood, and they're just like, you guy, Yani. After we complained to the president about opulence, it has been spoken about, you're still showing off and still showing zero for what you are put in office to do. Remember that he's also lobbying for the levy to be increased on fuel from 18 bob to 25 bob. People took part in different parts of the country to be able to lend their voice and, of course, be part of the process as to the vote as to whether to go forward with the road maintenance levy or not, because again it would see all commodities, and I mean all commodities, go up. Now, another person who's been put to task is Honorable Raila Odinga, and he spoke out after the uproar of when he asked for dialogue. Now, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga on Wednesday, July 10th, broke silence after he was criticized for backing the dialogue initiated by President William Ruto. In a statement, Odinga noted that many Kenyans did not support a handshake or a unity government between the duo. The Azimio leader stated that he had received the message, adding that he would heed the call by Kenyans. Raila made the remarks after meeting with Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna and his colleagues Eddie Okech and Crystal Asige. He wrote on his social media, nimeambiwa na hawa viongozi kwamba mumesema hamtaki handshake. Ujumbe umefika. Loosely translated to, I have been told by these leaders that you do not want a handshake. I have received your message. Now, the ODM boss was among the leaders who were criticized after supporting the national dialogue that was initiated by Ruto after the finance bill protests. Following the backing, reports emerged indicating that a unity government was in the offing. Additionally, ODM issued a statement directing its members against participating in the protests. Now, this again is still a strong statement: do not participate in the protests. But also he says, no handshake this time. We are not trying to align with the government. But of course, guys are asking, or rather telling Honorable Raila, if you are not for us, especially Gen Zs, if you're not with us, if you're not for us, just stand aside. Edwin Sifuna, when he was asked, why did Raila stand with President Ruto and, of course, ask for dialogue, and Sifuna simply just remarked, there are other people who are on different sides. And Raila was speaking to his people, to people who are part of the party and beyond. If this does not apply to you, it is fine, it is well and good. It doesn't have to. But as of this time, he was speaking to those that it applies to. It applied to us. So he's not saying that he's speaking for Gen Zs and the rest of the nation. He's just saying, tunataka tu dialogue. Whoever you're speaking for, clearly, it's left to be known. I would love to hear your thoughts. +254 788 380030. Is just politics being politicking, and is it just playing politics, or are things beginning to take a turn? Are things beginning to change? Keep it right here for more news as we continue to dissect what's been going on. When we come back, we'll be looking at a warning from the US and other countries against Kenya and the demonstrations that has been going on.
Greetings. This is Eric Wanaina. Keep it locked here on Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. Greetings. This is Eric Wanaina. Keep it locked here on Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Yeah. Niko hapa mziki mzuri wa hapa tu kwa famous. Ama jolisia marapa upendo na madame bass wanajita lyricist. Kwa hizi interviews na mimi tu ndo metwa lyric video kaita million views out. Yeah. Sulikam na ubaya ikuwa tusema area tungekwamia Ulaya. Merudi wasanii wakaanza kuambiwa retire. Secular lakini unaandika gospel fire. Siliva lie najua nitasaunikan kwa madreba juzi walai. Nilipanda matatu na train na siuzi mayai. Nimetoka mbali aise na si shirongai. True story. Leto simtarudiana lakini hatujaiachana tunarudiana kwa nini na madaliwa inshallah mimi na vijana wawili tutazidi sana kando na kukosana niamini tusipimani akili mimi na kicha mwambie wache kujichokesha ulimi mimi ndo ticha yenyewe mazee watacha lini kujichocha juni clear tukisimama ona mimi una prefer yeah aminia oh na 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 oh na 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 oh na 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 siku fulani heri baki mteja tu, au kitoka ni achange kwa keja tu. Najua ikilia ni mtu anataka favor tu, kila conversation ni ka deja vu. Maisha imejana watu fake si uongo, na visu za kunidunga nikiwageuzia mgongo. Washa sense ndakafunga sawa na nyemelea, siwezi afford kumwaga unga na jitegemea. Sieki imani kwa binadamu mimi, naeka imani kwa God si kwa sanaa mimi. Kasi kupendi sikufichi, no pretending hata simu zenu misi shiki. Nkwe pissed kwa nini, siko pissed niamini. Minko bie, na go through vitu real ka nyinyi mimi pia. Maybe tuagiu beats au gear, tuwezi yagia tiko rapa na tuwa hits ka mimi aminia. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Chema chaziuza Dijeki na Don Larry ama Martin Luther. Na New York CNN wana interview, sio mimi. Mkianza kitu ni watu wa few waliamini. Na pia kosi heshima isipokuwa kwa nchi yake, kwa jamaa zake na nyumbani mwake. Na pia kosi heshima isipokuwa kwa nchi yake, kwa jamaa zake na nyumbani mwake. Inia kila mtu nishauliza kana penda rap, akaniambia kwa 50-50. Yeah, kila mtu anaconsider kuingia industry ya mziki, but ameambiwa ati mziki hailipi. Kukopa juni fashion basi kazi hata kawe ni rapa juni fashion na tukitaki hapa. Ini ya msanii ulalanga njana gitana imba popisa ina taendelea takana juu hata jalipwa. Yeah, ini ya mtu yeyote akona dream, siku moja Johnny wewe ataita king. Jona umepanda stage na umeshika, usiwaisa umali umetoka juu umefika. Stroki style mingi kushinda menu ya kinyozi, neza swear wengine watoshi. Aminia oh na 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 This is Icon Radio.
Walipatana na Huden akawashia kuna ma-MC wa kale, so wakampeleka Decimal akapatana na Punet, alafu Punet akatupea hii track twende kazi. Rasha Minkale ilianza mziki tuna na kitare, akajikalisha basi tuna dakitare, tunajua pasha na kuwaga dakitare, bakitaane mini ordinare, si wageti kale, boss mi mnare, demana tudem tunashinaga gerere, wanataka bango kanda kuti ni wadare, boss, hey, nishamare, nika mdogo juu kwenye gare, ha, susare, nikisonga mbele wako pare pare, pare, si tuko kwa club tuna pare rezo yani pare, narusha mizuka tu pare, si chapata mkare, maishani mwangu, si chamona mkare, maishani mwangu, na jemedale mkare, generali tangu kale, kikundi serikali, yani serikali tangu kale, hajashika legani, kare zote kare, na katika ile hare, kishikari mahari, kari forward, kari Francis hare, safari za mare, biashara mbare, atuchoki na safari, za kumani, ekelea konda kare, nani kare, maishani mwangu, sitapata mkare, maishani mwangu, sitamona mkare, maishani mwangu. Madada kibao, moja shwari, wanamuka mbele yangu na nisari, wanataka leta noma na kucheza ngware, kwa mkuja kunde kuna umbo kare, nyuma ndani huko pata bibi kare, maishani mwangu, sitapata mkare, maishani mwangu, sitamona mkare, maishani mwangu, sitapata mkare, maishani mwangu, sitamona mkare, maishani mwangu.
Turn it up, on
Icon Radio. You know the girl, turn it up. It is Icon Radio. We are giving you a rocking morning. Of course, setting you off on music that you probably didn't know exists. That was Pakila Grass with the Kare cover, originally by P Unit. We also had Rish with the So Alive cover, originally by Sage featuring Octopizzo. And we had Aminia with Nyashinsky. Of course, I threw that in because his song, his video, it just reminds me of the punk rock era. It is so banging, and he comes and delivers in everything, not only just the song, but also in the video as well. If you haven't checked it out, it is time. Although he did take it down. I think he took it down from Spotify and Apple Music because of the beef he was having with Sedo. So probably it's still there on YouTube. I hope it's still there. I think I found it there. So yes, you can check it out. Aminia by Nyashinsky. It is absolutely rocking. Now imagine if Kenyan hip hop artists pulled Jay-Z and Linkin Park did that fusion together. It would be so dope. It is something I've imagined in my head for so long. My wish list would have Nyashinsky, Giuliani, and probably, I guess, Ekodida. Those guys are guys in my head who would stick out and actually rock out with an amazing band and deliver fully. Who else do you think has that energy to go in with a rock band? Let me know. +254 788 That ends my rock playlist for this morning. We go back to regular scheduled programming. Of course, we are finishing off with the last bit of the news making the headlines this morning. We have the U.S. that is sending out warnings to its citizens against Kenya. What is going on right now? And they're seemingly saying that the demos could turn violent. So I don't know if there's something they know that we don't, because it has been a very quiet week. And then this week they come out with this warning. Let's look into it now. The United Embassy in Kenya issued a demonstration alert to its citizens that are planned protests on Thursday, July 11th. According to the embassy, the demonstrations are expected to happen in multiple cities across Kenya. Despite President William Ruto calling for dialogue with aggrieved Kenyans, the embassy noted that calls for anti-government protests still continued. The U.S. revealed that they had intelligence reports that some protesters were planning to block major roads during the demonstrations. So according to them, they warned and said even protests that seem peaceful can turn violent at any moment. Traffic disruptions and delays can be expected. As such, American citizens in Kenya were asked to monitor local media for highway and road conditions before traveling for safety reasons. The U.S. citizens were further advised to avoid crowds and keep doors locked and windows rolled up while in a vehicle. They said notify friends and family of your whereabouts and safety. They also said carry a copy of your U.S. passport with your current Kenyan visa. Now, maybe I'm not up to date with maandamano news, but let me ask my resident Gen Z. Kuna news ya maandamano leo? Iko. Today? Wapi? According to... Hey, yeah. According to my producer, Bosco, apparently there's going to be maandamano. I'm not aware of that. All I know was Eric Omondi said they're going to march to State House today. Na watu wa mama mboga, watu wa boda boda, and the Gen Zs. And there's a guy, okay, so they're marching for the freedom of one of the people who are abducted. Yeah. Well, again, as far as I knew, there's going to be a peaceful march with Eric Omondi today. So we'll definitely be looking out for news on that. And of course, we'll keep you up to date here on Icon Radio. But as far as I know, Eric Omondi has organized an all-white march to State House. And he said he's going to be carrying Boda Boda guys, he's going to be carrying Mama Bogas, he's going to be carrying Gen Zs to State House. And it's going to be peaceful. But as we've seen with the trends of the last couple of weeks, there are those people they like to call goons who infiltrate these protests and they tend to mar what is going on. So the U.S. Embassy clearly know something is about to go down. We'll definitely be looking out for that. But as far as I know, it's supposed to be one peaceful protest. But yes, the abductions seemingly are continuing on. There's one video that is circulating online right now of a person whose house was broken into by people who were seemingly looking for a Louis Kinyanjui. Now, in that video, you can hear, I think it's either a man or a woman who asked them, "What are you doing in my house? How did you get in?" And they asked, "Do you have a Louis in your house?" No. But the question that kept on being raised, "How did you get into my house? I locked it with a padlock." It was scary to watch. Now, I remember yesterday, Kindiki said the abductions are not by the government. Like, he has distanced the government from this entire story of abduction. He says there are people who are going rogue and abducting guys off of the streets. The guys who have been abducted have been telling harrowing stories of what has been happening to them, including torture, mind control, and they're being denied of basic needs. The other thing is that one person seemingly was killed during said abduction after they were discovered in a dam on Tuesday. So we're still waiting for the Kenyan government to kind of give a clear indication as to what is going on. DCI seem to be mum. They're still looking for protesters who were involved in causing havoc and destroying our property, but they are remaining mum in regards to the abductions and in regards to, of course, now the extrajudicial killings that are happening. Still, again, a lot, even if it's been quiet this week, still a lot in the water. So guys, remain vigilant, remain, watchful of whatever is going on, and share what is happening. Now, other than the States, multiple other countries, including Australia, Russia, Ukraine, and the United Kingdom, have also been warning its citizens about the Kenyan demonstrations. Now, again, it's crazy that they are issuing out these warnings, but at the same time, we are not the only one to be out there in the streets. France also has raised havoc as both sides of the different parties came out to draw. Like, it was no winning outcome. So guys have taken to the streets. So there does seem to be unrest in major parts of the world. But at least one place seems to be settling down, and that is Haiti. We love to see what is going on in Haiti right now, and that's where we'll end the news at this point. So for Haiti, the forces that were sent in, including from Kenya, seem to be working as they were able to get back their general hospital. Listen, guys, I got kind of emotional watching that, because can you imagine the people of Haiti for years have not been able to seek treatment from their main hospital because it has been taken over and overrun by gangs. Press went into the hospital and it was completely destroyed. Like, it was just strewn with beds, strewn with needles, strewn with equipment that could have been used to save a lot of lives. And to get back that hospital was a big move for Haiti. So I do pray for our forces who are there right now. I pray for the people of Haiti that peace does continue to reign at this time as they continue to try to stabilize their once turbulent nation. We'll finish off the news over here, and we'll be coming in the next hour with our special guest is already in studio. We'll be speaking in regards to teen pregnancies or rather as we continue to observe World Population Day. We will break down what exactly is World Population Day, and of course, the one thing that is on the rise and seemingly overlooked a lot of the times, which is teen pregnancies. If you do have any questions and comments, be sure to hit us up on +254 788 380030. We're also live on Icon Radio K YouTube channel. You can hit us up on the comment section right there on any of the Icon Radio KE platforms across the board. Keep it right here for more amazing Kenyan music. And at the top of the hour, we'll be sampling your requests after this.
Itching for some good vibes? We got you covered. Only on Icon Radio. Icon Radio. Icon Radio.
Mimi nimesikia uchungu kweli. Mimi hata badali muniue muache watoto. Tafadhali mtuue sisi wazee. Mmetuachia nani? Sasa huyo kijana amekufa hapo. Mama yake amewachwa na nani?
Mtoto amelazwa mochari. Niliambiwa nikiwa kazi. Walimupiga risasi hadharani. Katumwa kamwone babake kuni. Baby, I cried. I promise I cried. Niliampa kura. Amekumaliza many regrets. Nimebaki nazo. Lakini usijali juu. Nitawakumbusha jinsi ulikuwa. Nitawakumbusha kwangu wema kuwa.
Night when you shouted, boy, turn off the lights. We were just fresh from a fight. My involvement on the Kenyan's plight. Sorry, mama, didn't mean to be rude. Late night tears in your room, so I had to fill in his shoes. Cause things are going my childhood. Well, I saw Mato and Brayo marching next to me. Top of our vocals, to shout or reject finance bill. While little bigger smoke on our batons, protesting peacefully. Kishagiza totoro, Nikolimbo, bunduki. Mamio Nikona dado, dado is proud. Tumeskia eti zakayo, kalamu ilisha wino.
Nitawakumbusha jinsi ulikuwa. Nitawakumbusha kwangu wema kuwa.
A woman can bring you your savior, but she can't represent him. She can give him birth, but she can't preach. You use women and you level them to a position that you can control them on. When you beat down a woman, you beat down a nation. When you uplift a woman, you up.
It's Rosary. Yuma Tanzania. Jokete nago kukanairo. Yo. Kohana ati adwa kwa Nairobi. Daigwa gutire rapa zigoko nekyo doka. Nikele tukaseo kalobati nene sekulapo nesa pioni munati Athema berainya oriti to all you rappers mana nimewafinya Sisikie vibaya hata kana kusenya Nyinga goddess tawatetea kill war Goliati nilimua kiraisi kwa jiwe moja Kakani kasubiri wenzako kajikongoja Wakaja machoko na mamanzi kuchoma picha Hapo ndo nilijua kweli Kenya nahitajika Sasa mnipatie idea alafu nikuwe raia Mnilipe mshandeni kwe mode wa ama rapa Wanaimba kusuma dem na doze nyata hawana Nikarapi lidedingi kaishia tu na isa R.I.P. mad respect to that nigga Pia nyash ni mkare hata kaskuizi anaimba Abas kubaf na mheshimu siwezi kataa Nyinyi wengine wote ni mimi mtanita baba
Totiokete gusera goko kanairo Neguito Totiokete gusera goko kanairo Neguito 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 Neguito
This is the power of a woman, power of a goddess. Ain't that a real woman if you only super baddest. I multiply anything that I lay my hands on. Man, you better put your big boy pants on. If you wanna talk to me, sit next to me. Be in the same room, smell the air I breathe. You better come correct, huh? I can birth another you and be a mom, huh? I'm a goddess. When I step my foot on the ground means silence. Everything I order to you is compliance. The words on my tongue give life and it's priceless. Told you I'm a plus and my nigga, you a minus. What you wanna do, nigga, what you wanna say? I do this in my sleep, put the pressure every day. I win and I win and I win, oh yeah. And I put that on the God in me in every way.
Totiokete gusera goko kanairo Neguito 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 Neguito
Patia gato kenete Luganzo gato kenete Rugendo ruido roa kanairo Tuadire nato gekinya Rugendo ruido roa kanairo Tuadire nato gekinya
Niachenya shipite boss kwani mini nugu Sikosi nguvu baby girl mi ukula njugu Bad to the bone lazima nikunywe supu Shake that thing hadi upigwe marufuku Kaende kifo cha mende Unaninyonya kama maembe na tembe Game bubu vitu zetu usiseme Wacha wabaki wakidhani kuna venye Peleka juu, peleka chini Usiogope kuu, rarua mini Ikishika sana, toa ulimi Zako zikipanda, cheza na nani tukomeria Chiki vile dobe metubeba Tingisha kichwa toa ngeba Ulete makohanda zamebeba Sitoki kono na mabega Tetemeka kauna malaria Shingo kando komengeria Chikone ni kauna bakteria Alafu pofu Inakubalika Five-star hotel kwetu ni Gaza Naroga ka vibes katel niko na answer Uko na swali naeza tell bombastic side Shavuka boda napiga ma-Ethiopia Kani for 20 tupate tukichoma Pigia pedi akuje na keroma Hizi mamoshis na tipu mpaka homa Madem wanapaka hina na ma-foundation Wanasema right now to my location Wanajua sindo huanga na formation Mpesa confirmation leo celebration Tuko area Cheki vile dobe metubeba Tingisha kichwa toa ngeba Ulete makohanda zamebeba Sitoke kono na mabega Tetemeka kauna malaria Shingo kando komengeria Chikone ni kauna bakteria Alafu pofu Inakubalika salam. Niko na time windows up west kama huni kisha get bored. Your bum bum, it's like a ticking bomb when you tip in toes. Yeah, I want some more of your bum bum. Napiga proper toka morning mpaka jion. From the window to the wall, bedroom mpaka jikon. Lana geuka geukuta tani ya chameleon. Kisi maisha kukadria mpaka lahon. Chiki vile dobe metubeba. Kilisha kichwa toa ngepa. Ulete mako hala samebeba. Sitoki mkono na mabega. Petemeka kauna malaria. Shingo kando kamengedya. Chikone ni kauna bakteria. Alafu pofu. Inakubalika, inakubalika, inakubalika. Inakubalika, inakubalika, inakubalika. Alo.
Tushaskia wadadlis tushaskia kikingia ni kuplas huko anga bado nachukuliwa madam so anguka nao itabaki meflo na vibe anguka nao kako single for now dagi mdaglis mteja patikani hadi late night saa 6 ndo taniwai nikupin location na nikofana na hii sukate call niko chomba ya ji mimi najua utakuwa hirizo riris acha nikushow kwanza form ya didon nishashika mpua na twende chini kwa chini akiwa hadi na mini sasa tunasikiza Shin City tuna feel free teka video na post pale NGC jina ni Kantel Kurapsi ni talent G anguka nao anguka nao check it anguka nao twende down low now stand up to your feet mikono juu alafu click tuliza pesa alafu one leg anguka nao one leg anguka nao anguka nao anguka nao anguka nao
anguka nayo kama uko na new catch anguka nayo kuna pati na magwash anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii bash anguka nayo ati anguka nayo ati anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo ati anguka nayo ati anguka nayo na katika msupa webanjuka cheza chini ukikondezo madhuta anguka nayo baby girl ushaitika mdagi matisho za wadagi step ama darling tambu serikali juni serikali tamka asali simnajua ni nani flow mshati ki don medunga up down me chi utekiwa poa daily me ti aha yeah beba anguka nao anguka nayo 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 ati anguka nayo mtupa me feel relaxed anguka nayo kama uko na new catch anguka nayo kama unapati na magwash anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii bash ati
anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo
ati anguka nayo kama uko na new catch anguka nayo kuna pati na magwash anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii bash anguka nayo ati
anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo
Itching for some good vibes? We got you covered. Only on Icon Radio. Icon Radio. Icon Radio.
Greetings, greetings. This is Eric Onaina. Keep it locked here on Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Tangu tuanze Januari nimesoma vingi sana, namaanisha mejifunza mengi ndani ya mwaka. Hivyo kiniona nikiwa mlevi usiseme ni ujana, wala kichwani sina stress, wacha nijibambe kwanza. Tunasherehekea maana God ametupatia chance tena, tunasherehekea maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Tunasherehekea maana God ametupatia chance tena, tunasherehekea maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Sema everybody, hey, let's party, hey. Shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati, kata maji, hey, usijali, hey. Washaka wakadinali. Everybody, hey, let's party, hey. Shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati, kata maji, usijali, washaka wakadinali. Oh yeah yeah, maisha ni fupi. Oh yeah yeah, usipende chuki. Oh yeah yeah, maskini usimtusi. Oh yeah yeah, maana kesho yake ujui.
Hatuna serereka, everybody in the party si wanapombeka. Edili za chomeka, edili za someka. Washa fedi joto jingi kama kwa chomeka. Gang gang, we ndio usoro mbio wakilisha mitaa serebuka na pambio. Napanga ndio hiyo, nachotaka sikio iluzi parapanda vipi sijasikia vilio. We hatulisare wa shamba, tunataka madanga. Kama vipi patile tuliendelee, kama chibuka nyanga demo amenipa namba. Tukitoka home ngamkojole, hatulisare wa shamba, tunataka madanga. Kama vipi patile tuliendelee, kama chibuka nyanga demo amenipa namba. Tukitoka home ngamkojole, yani niko tipsy, nimelewa whisky, natapika nyama lafu nilikula chips. Pozi za ibilisi, choma virigisi, nimepata mtoto kitandani na mdadisi.
Tunasherehekea maana God ametupatia chance tena, tunasherehekea maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Tunasherehekea maana God ametupatia chance tena, tunasherehekea maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Sema everybody, hey, let's party, hey. Shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati, kata maji, hey, usijali, hey. Washaka wakadinali. Everybody, hey, let's party, hey. Shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati, kata maji, usijali, washaka wakadinali. Oh yeah yeah, maisha ni fupi. Oh yeah yeah, usipende chuki. Oh yeah yeah, maskini usimtusi. Oh yeah yeah, maana kesho yake ujui.
Wewe ujui already kwetu pombe kadha dhahabu. So jaribu kumendena hapo usifunzwe adabu. Hapa tumejaza hadi tunashinda kwa sababu, na kuna wala wana kakito ndani ya tabu. So ukiniona nalewa mjweni na mihela, ukitaka wepewa kizaga unachopenda. Mtani netwa mzela, mademo washalegeza, yenyeji unajirombosa stinta kuteka. Ukiona na kupenda kesho gopi kutendwa, mapenzi ni pesa ukisota up in the game.
Jana imepita, kesho itafika, nikikosa kesho itajipa. Mambo ya Maulana huwezi kupangua, anajua riziki nitapata. Hata mkibana mkeshe kuwanga, changu ni changu. I swear salamu kwa wana washikaji wa power, Dragon kicheche na gasket. Everybody shake your body, jipinde kama unapika chapati. Wachotiaji kata maji, kesho mambo yako itafaini. Everybody shake your body, jipinde kama unapika chapati. Wachotiaji cheza hivi, kesho mambo yako itafaini.
Tunasherehekea maana God ametupatia chance tena, tunasherehekea maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Tunasherehekea maana God ametupatia chance tena, tunasherehekea maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Sema everybody, hey, let's party, hey. Shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati, kata maji, hey, usijali, hey. Washaka wakadinali. Everybody, hey, let's party, hey. Shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati, kata maji, usijali, washaka wakadinali. Oh yeah yeah, maisha ni fupi. Oh yeah yeah, usipende chuki. Oh yeah yeah, maskini usimtusi. Oh yeah yeah, maana kesho yake ujui.
Saja napiga sala, mwaka umeisha, shukurani, niko verify. Mkono juu,
mkono juu, mkono juu, mkono juu, tumbadi, situpati, ja, bless.
Tunaserereka maana God ametupatia chance tena. Tunaserereka maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Tunaserereka maana God ametupatia chance tena. Tunaserereka maana kuna wengi wamelazwa kwa jeneza. Sema everybody, hey, let's party. Hey, shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati. Kata maji, hey, usijali. Hey, washa wakadinali. Everybody, hey, let's party. Hey, shabu kama Zuchu wanasifu chapati. Kata maji, usijali. Washa wakadinali. Oh yeah yeah, maisha ni fupi. Oh yeah yeah, usipende chuki. Oh yeah yeah, maskini usimtusi. Oh yeah yeah, maana kesho yake ujui.
All of my guys on the tell me every party anymore. Who be that girl with the shake and keep it for bag me and one tie like that? Whether the EK in a real or fake, I bet just say back come. How you go send me money, then I spray the money, then you can't take back You know, see, nobody see your guy, the rock, I bet no they match up. You will be area boy, they do my things like a ziggy saga. Rema, what is the matter? I go prove to them, say somebody bad, somebody wicked, I go do my best to make all of una vex. I don't go multiple my set, I don't intercept. I can put together for research, say you want cake, put a big jump fence. Ozeba, 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 Ozeba. Italo, they want a banger, give them back to back, boss of the medulla, tell her your favorite, ask you to ask them who's their daddy. H.I.M. I'm that nigga, I'm that nigga, father figure. I the best of it, the only thing with it make me happy now you keep it. Internet gas are that thing when you talk, make you come from, make you for it pity. Rema, what is the matter? I go prove to them, say somebody bad, somebody wicked, I go do my best to make all of una vex. I don't go multiple my set, I don't intercept. I can put together for research. Say you want cake, put a big jump fence. Ozeba, 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 Ozeba
What's up, people? This is Vibi.
Rapping Yaki-san.
Yaki.
And you're listening to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
We are indeed your number one entertainment plug. We're playing new music this request hour at the request of others. That was Ozemba by Rema. I kept on waiting for him to sing. I was like, Allah, Kwani, what's the plan with this song? Because he's not singing. But I like it. I think it's a good party track. It's an acquired taste. It will get time getting used to, just because, it's Rema. Rema, it's that soulful voice. What happened to the calm down guy? So I guess he's going in a different direction. He's made a lot of money enough to be able to make such music. Beyonce also did it. Beyonce, kind of like strayed away from only singing. Also, she got also into, changing up her style a little bit, and she got away with it. And she's done it more than once, till now that she's doing country. So, hey, if he likes it, I love it. We are taking your requests on +254 788 380030. It is World Population Day, and we are observing it here on Icon Radio. And we do have a special guest in studio with us. But before I introduce her, we gotta ask, what is World Population Day? Now, this is the first time I have actually come across it, but it is celebrated through various activities and initiatives aimed at raising awareness. Public awareness campaigns with governments, NGOs, and international organizations conduct awareness campaigns to educate people about family planning, reproductive health, and population issues. All right. Now that's the long short of it. Now I would like to introduce Deborah into studio. Karibu sana. I'd like to ask you to speak into the microphone, just like as you would when you're emceeing an event or being in the booth, if you ever get that opportunity. Karibu sana to studio. All right, I'll ask you again to just come closer to the microphone and then just speak a little bit louder. Right, now, Deborah, you are a nurse and an advocate at Google Collective.
Yes, I am.
Now, if you could just give us a little bit more information into who you are and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Deborah Monari. I'm a nurse by profession, but I'm also passionate about advocacy. With Nguvu Collective, which is just an organization that empowers youth change leaders in Kenya. So yeah, I major on sexual and reproductive health and rights advocacy. So yeah, I'm big on, and I have a bias for the women as well. So this is what I do. I do campaigns, education, and all-round advocacy. Yeah.
So how did you get into this? What made you choose advocacy as opposed to, because coming as a nurse, there are those who stick to being in the hospitals. Mm-hmm. You're out there advocating, signing petitions. What made you go more into advocacy?
Okay, so even as a nurse, of course, advocacy is one of your duties. You advocate for your patients, even within the hospitals. Like, I don't think this is right because there's so many healthcare professionals involved in patient care. So there's that advocacy, in hospitals. And then now, as a woman living in this society, you notice a lot of things which are not right, and someone needs to step up and speak for for others who might not have that platform. So I just found myself naturally shifting into these spaces because you'd realize, joining a few movements here and there, and then I said, okay, I could do this, on a bigger scale. So when I found an organization that could, support in that, it became easier because I was fairly new as well. I didn't start so long ago. So I found myself, being more alert with the issues that are happening in the healthcare and as well in the society. So I just decided to take it up and speak up for people and against things that I believe are not right.
Right. Yeah. Now, women across the world are usually looked at as second-class citizens, to be very honest, and a lot of our issues are overlooked. Yet we are the givers of life. We are the peace in our households, and we tend to be the ones who take on a lot of hardship, especially when it's decisions being made. Especially, we have tend to see even as of recently, the decisions are being made mostly by men.
True.
And they are even determining to the point where things that are needed by women, like pads, are now being increased in prices. You were involved in a petition last year in regards to reproductive health. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this petition, was against a proposed Nairobi bill that it was a finance bill that would affect Nairobi hospitals. And I realized that there was a lot of proposals to increase contraceptive prices as well as some major reproductive health service prices.
Okay.
Yeah, and we could see like post-abortion care, it's like 3,000 Kenyan shillings in public hospitals, and you wonder who is going to afford this. So this is when I set up a petition on an online platform, collected signatures. Of course, there are so many other people who spoke up on this issue.
Right.
We had a lot of collaboration. Even with this petition that I had, I reached out to a lot of youth organizations and NGOs that work with sexual and reproductive health and rights and other individuals. And we reached out, sent out memos, letters, all this. So I think with all this pressure and collaboration and collective effort, the bill was revised to fairer terms, and we saw like a significant drop in the charges.
Right.
And this was a major win for women in Nairobi and also countrywide, because I believe some of these things are being piloted and you say, let's increase here. And then next time another county is going to do the same thing.
Right.
And next time, it's now a nationwide thing. So yeah, I believe that was a victory, but of course, ideally, I think all these services should be entirely free, not even saying subsidized costs. They should be free because a lot of people need them. Yeah.
You mentioned abortion care.
Yeah.
Just break it down for us.
Mm-hmm.
What is abortion care? What's involved with it? Because abortion is a highly contentious issue, not only in Kenya but worldwide.
Yeah.
It was also something that, unfortunately, young girls have sought on the hush, and some are unfortunately lost their lives. They sought abortion. So, what does abortion care truly mean?
Okay, so with what I've mentioned, of course, just to make it clear, it wasn't the only thing on the list.
I narrowed down on that one because
Okay.
it was mentioned.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the whole reproductive bill, because that includes contraception, family planning as well. And with that comes, of course, devices as well as pills that are involved in that.
Yeah.
That at least we're aware of. But the one I've zeroed in on is abortion care because, of course, it is contentious. And I wanted just to understand what that means and what it entails.
Okay, so of course, within the hospital environment, now with this abortion, mostly it comes about, maybe it's a health risk to the mother to carry the fetus. Sometimes you would have to initiate this. And I mean, the care is basically to ensure you remove all the conception products and ensure there's no infection. There's a lot of psychological support that comes into play as well. So it's a lot that happens. And I believe during this time, someone is very vulnerable. They're, losing a child can't be easy for anyone. So also, that's why I thought, like, when you make a financial burden on top of this, it's just messy. And you mentioned abortion is a very controversial topic in our society as well. Even with Kenya, I don't really think we do the abortion. I just want to abort and work in a hospital. It's not so much accepted, even though I see it as part of reproductive health, because you deny these services and then women go to seek them elsewhere, where it's unsafe, and then they're dying, getting infections, etc. So, abortion is, it's a discussion of its own. And when you really get into it, you get a lot of blocks, and people are not willing to listen.
It's very interesting because, again, everybody has known someone somewhere. I lost a relative, unfortunately. She was a young lady, and she did not want to have the baby, and she went and procured somewhere else. And there are hospitals which are giving safer options, but it's not openly being spoken about, and women are not being given that option to be able to decide for themselves, especially even when in dire situations, like it could be a threat to their life, or in situations of assault. So I do wish it's something that can be openly spoken about. I do wish we could get to that point. I don't know if it's something you'll pick up later. Maybe that's a conversation for another day.
True.
But of course, also family planning is something that is also very contentious in itself.
True.
In that a lot of families still don't see the need for family planning. What cases have you come across when it comes to that in reproductive health, especially?
So with family planning, of course, people just think it's something for married women. And even for married women, they still get a lot of challenges with that family planning. Some people say, oh, my husband is against it. He prefers me to be natural or something. And it doesn't really work. So it's a lot. And then when it comes now to the unmarried, who are the people who are engaging in the most sex? I could say the unmarried people are there as well. So people just assume the youth, it's a taboo topic. If you empower youth with information on family planning, you're encouraging perhaps promiscuity and like teenagers. But we see like pregnancy is on the rise, the unintended pregnancy.
Yeah.
So it's still a topic that most people are not willing to speak up about or support. I feel there's a lot of misconception as well with family planning, with people blocking it. I hear some saying it's bringing cancer, and you're asking, where did you get this information from? Who told you this?
Yeah.
So, of course, that's why there are many different methods for family planning. So, you need to talk with your healthcare provider and choose what works best for you. And if this doesn't work for you, then there's always another option. But, scrapping it off entirely and being like, I tried this once and it didn't work, so family planning is the devil. No. So, there's that. I feel like sexual reproductive health topic in Kenya is not very well discussed. And I could even say personally, like the entire high school, no one really talked to me about these things.
Yeah.
You just learn this in like biology, science, but it's very formal. You don't relate to that.
Right.
And when you go out in the real world, you find that, things are different. And that's when many people make a lot of mistakes and they end up with, consequences that you follow them for a long time.
Yeah. If it got to a point where even condom ads were now being banned from regular television and ads, billboard ads, although there is an importance that is being, of course, perpetuated in regards to, living a safe life. But how does that happen when sensitization is being taken away day by day by day by day? It's a difficult balance.
Yeah.
So now is now you as a petitioner, do you try to sensitize the government enough to be able to educate them on the need for sensitization as well?
Yeah, well, there is need for that kind of sensitization, but now with regards to health, when you go to hospital, of course, you'll get that information. The healthcare workers there will give it to you. But now the gap comes in the communities.
Yeah.
And not so many people will visit hospitals to be educated. You just go there on need basis and perhaps get a good healthcare provider and they'll tell you that.
Because it's a cost also for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's very expensive. So in the communities, we don't have enough sensitization programs. We don't have enough education. Even in schools, I feel like the sexual health education given there is not it. We need, people who are free to talk, and perhaps even people from this generation because they can relate better.
Yeah.
And you find that the beliefs that were being held in the past, and you give someone from that generation, I'm sorry to say, but then they go with these beliefs and biases. And the talk is not really that open. We had a lot of people coming in, again, I'll refer to my experience in high school, coming in to give health talks. And then they're trying to use some funny names to even name reproductive parts. And before you even figure out what they're talking about, you're like, okay, I don't think it's that serious.
They feel ashamed saying it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Okay.
How are you going to even educate this person properly if you can't name it, or if you can't, just talk about things freely, and people will even be afraid to ask questions because they fear that judgment. So the education is not there. I believe we should have a curriculum to introduce this as early as even primary school, because there is the age-appropriate education that you can give as you transition into the more, intensive kind of education. So there should be a curriculum for like primary, high school, even university. And even in the communities now with I know we have community health volunteers all over.
Okay.
Yeah, these ones should be empowered with the right knowledge, and then now disseminate this knowledge to the public as well. And there's something I've seen. I'm part of groups. It's not my personal campaign, but I'm part of a campaign. So there's the head of that campaign, who is a part of the youth leaders that I talked about, and she's really pushing the government to introduce these curriculums in school. But there's no decision maker who's taking it up. As people are like, so who's supposed to introduce this? Talk to specific schools and ask them. But we need something that is standardized, that comes from the way you make books for science and their standard. That's how it should be, I believe. Yeah.
To be very honest, you're actually right, because we're having kids. The engagement in sexual activities has gotten younger and younger and younger. They're now more exposed.
Yeah.
They're more aware, and they are trying out things more than when even we were growing up. How important is it, and what stage should this sensitization begin? Because you hear, of stories, and it's quite rampant now that even within the schools, kids are engaging in some of these, activities.
Okay. So in my view, as early as even 2 years, 3 years, when a child is able to understand what you're saying, because there's always that age-appropriate talk you can give, like for the little ones, even teaching them about good touch, bad touch, so that they're not taken advantage of. And, and some of this, even engaging in sexual activity at an early age, some of it is abuse, some of it, it's coerced, and children don't really know what's right or wrong. And it comes from even close family members, friends. So I believe from a very early age, when the child is old enough to understand basic things, you can be able to tell them, don't allow someone to touch you here. Don't allow this and that. Don't allow. And then it can be progressed slowly from there. Teaching them maybe when they're now into teenagehood, the changes occurring, and teach them all that. As well as just tell them how to safely explore, because you find a lot of talks is about abstain, which is a good thing to do. Of course, I do not support engaging in sexual activity at a very early age. It has effects even on your mental health and all that. But sometimes you just have no control. So the best you can do is give that knowledge and empower these children, so that if they do decide not to abstain, because there's a lot of material online and they're seeing all these things, some of them are not going to follow what you're telling them, or the religious teachings, traditional teachings. So they need to know the safer way to do this, so that, at least you can mitigate that challenge of unintended pregnancies at a very young age, STIs, HIV and AIDS, all these things that happen. And, when this occur, the repercussions are very many. It comes down to your health, to your physical, mental, financial, education, everything is affected. So we need that education integrated at all stages of life.
Okay. Let's take a short break. Guys, when we come back, we'll continue to discuss about sexual reproductive health, and we'll delve deeper into teen pregnancies. If you do have any questions or comments, be sure to let us know. +254 788 380030. You can also hit us up on our YouTube channel in the comment section right there. We're also taking in your requests. Let us know exactly what you'd like to listen to. We got you covered, but for now, we are sampling new music that is coming out this week, or rather has come out this week. So take a listen, take a gander. Of course, let us know what you think. Keep it right here.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your #1 entertainment plug.
Yo, Motif, turn me up on them headphones, bro. What up? Yeah, what up, Nairobi? Check it. 254 in the building. Check it. Yo, Motif, turn me up on them headphones, bro. What up? Yeah, what up, Nairobi? Check it. 254 in the building. Check it. Yeah. And since I debuted on the scene, I knew I was gonna be a rebel. And what I be doing is dope, see y'all ain't even in my level. I walk in the club and I love in the way that I'm rocking the medals. The way that I carry the stick, the girls are calling me Yago. They calling me Julius Yago. They calling me Yago. They calling me Julius Yago. The way that I carry the stick, the girls are calling me Yago. They still can't get over the fact that I'm rich and I came from the ghetto. The youngest is ready to die for the money, the back of the medal. But still I be swagging and getting the paper, I'm hot as a kettle. In case you was wondering who I be, then call me Yago. The way that I tied in my body, you think I was down with the devil. They calling me Illuminati, cause I be so rich and I'm shadow. Opponents is running for me, they don't wanna battle. Cause they ain't no match for me, nigga, I'm Julius Yago. They calling me Julius Yago. Them people are calling me Yago. They calling me Julius Yago. They calling me Julius Yago. I finally made it on top of the game, Hakuna Michezo. Jine meshika kitui, nyeri, bondo alego. Kauni Dewey, Basi, Boss, Soma, Lebo. Cali Jones, a.k.a. Julius Yago. And since I debuted on the scene, I knew I was gonna be a rebel. And what I be doing is dope, see y'all ain't even in my level. I walk in the club and I love in the way that I'm rocking the medals. The way that I carry the stick, the girls are calling me Yago. They calling me Julius Yago. They calling me Yago. They calling me Julius Yago. The way that I carry the stick, the girls are calling me Yago. Name your price, situtai by Jopila Kunego. Mademo na jipa juwasha tambua tukona uwezo. They giving it up cause he promised to buy them a pair of stilettos. But really they just want the stick cause they know that I throw it like Yago. I'm doing 240 but still got my feet on the pedal. I'm bumping my music on blast, can tell from the bass and the treble. Celebrity up in this place, so when they see me, they're like, hello. And I be like, Haparikani, like my name was Yago. East or west, wherever I go, they calling me Yago. Them shorties loving how I carry the stick like Julius Yago. You ain't in my level. Baba Yao, a.k.a. Julius Yago. Jadung and Jabondo Omera Gilonga Jatelo. Pesa mangen kabisa in fact segero. Ot maduang is still I represent Kogelo. Ahero nyiri kabisa kabisa and Julius Yago. Omera Gilonga Yego. Omera Gilonga Yego. Omera Gilonga Yego. Call me Julius Yago.
Ganso. Takanile bewente ambulance. Kishonda muke na mapambulas. Ikunyo suponiske pandulas. Angiki isha, kenari big repeat. Takanile bewente ambulance. Kishonda muke na mapambulas. Dikene shikaniske Wata yende takanile
I need an ambulance, I need a girl them. We want select a bandy anthem. Need me a doctor to come on the floor. Cause this girl a killer, she murder, she raw. No woman, no party, we said that before. I'm high and you're high, but we want some more. Me hands on your waist and my stick on your drum. Teach me, cause you got a
ambulance. Kishonda muke na mapambulas. Ikunyo suponiske pandulas. Angiki isha, kenari big repeat. Takanile bewente ambulance. Kishonda muke na mapambulas. Dikene shikaniske Wata yende takanile
Jana nilikuwa na shida mingi, nishazisort, niko busy. Ndio na kunywa ndogogio, ni lazima leo nikunywe ndogogio. Dunda nilingia na miguu, nataka nikitoka wanibebe chuchu. Leo ni siku yangu ya kamdweso, kauchumi ni okwayo.
Ambulance, kishonda muke na mapambulas. Ikunyo suponiske pandulas. Angiki isha, kenari big repeat. Takanile bewente ambulance.
Sina time for rest to kusikarura. Niko papers jama leo ni kurarua. Kuzurura buda na nitambua. Niko famous kuharibuliza gafula. Kweli jana nilivuruga. Amelala juu yangu muda dumuzasi. Iyo lungula, nipeleke runda juu sina huruma.
Takanile bewente ambulance. Kishonda muke na mapambulas. Ikunyo suponiske pandulas. Hangikiisha tena repeat taka nilewe waite ambulance kishonya muke na mababulas nikunywe supu nisikie ambulance hangikiisha tena repeat taka nilewe waite ambulance kishonya muke na mababulas nikunywe supu nisikie ambulance hangikiisha tena repeat taka nilewe waite ambulance kishonya muke na mababulas Dikele shikan diske Wata yende taka lebe diske
Open, mind open, eye cooking. Wezi tukanelewa na uko na mind fupi. Saving nenda Bosco ya demand suti. Rapper slipping on me, so I prefer to speak. Himi soka wezi kata, himi ondoka wezi kuifata, himi kata wezi kuipata. Shaka lama shaka, gifted like Santa. Wise kama Mkapa, muda kuvuna utapata kila ambacho lipanda. Kwa hiyo pick kwa size yako, jumisho size yako. Moonwalking slide kwenye DMs za size yako. Beef wa size yako, lead lakata likutoshi mina viona dori gumba ndo size yako. Moving silence like I've no name. Yesterday's place, not today's. I can never be the same. My shooter they can never miss it. Aim kichwa kwenye pesa, keep on winning, I can never take it all. Akili na mwili wangu wepesi, kili distract na wala sokesi. Nuna napaka ukileta stories za kujichekesha zituchekesha. Kilo ni nyingo lizani mwepesi, siwezi kujua thamani ya X na chapa makola ni paka jue kitu kapoteza expensive. Navolita wala lijuko shtuki, nachora mstari chini na uruki. Those who didn't catch me, this is young, this is Lunya versus new kids. Tanzania stand up, tunaondoka, this is boozy.
Yeah Fresh up at the Coliseum, this the goons of goons. Township ruins, third world rulers. Militia maneuvers, hit the platoon, I'm on my groovers, and never weed this through. No show any Judas, I'm on my choosy. And you very choosy, jiggy just for my pools, I still say never weed the brew. Like VZ, bro, I don't eat it, dude. Got the speakers through. Get a cataclysms in the algorithm, 9 scenes of Brutus. Ain't Jesus Judas, ain't even Zeus. It's my son Musa, out of the sewers, but like a moor, this is Mutuako youth. I ain't Tupac Shakur, it's a coup from the youth, and they looting. Habasa Subata choose, Kidi Gurashi fu, who pele me wali fu, and they shooting. Get to like the new guys, our government the fugazi. Get the people slugs, contraband, and the mullahs. But realize, concrete jungle, I'm moving with my gorillas. This the league of the field, Migos. Dreams of a free people, yeah, the name say Mandela signs. But if you pay me any mind, I am sending them to Steve Biko. Township, real gene bros. Mama used to borrow sugar for the tea. Daddy say you used to steal sheep. Heard the whole game, I'm Bo Peep by the beach trying to see seagulls. Hennessy for the RIPs. Le Domain for the pain by the KC. It's too hot, I need the AC. Was a king to a god who's a kin to the robbers. Was by the telly when she pays me. Ask me how I'm doing, I say JC. Just cool and I pace it. I'm tired of telling Bruce it's a marathon, not a race. Non-believers think I'm nonchalant, but in the hood the have-nots know I'm Farrakhan. Skinny, but I move a ton. Bloody sneakers on my mans, and I ain't talking about the Louboutins. They need the Google when I spit a rhyme. I bamboozle them, rather spend my nights with a bougie dime. Who pro-black, cause we pro-black. This is home run raps for the pictures. Take a picture.
Les mots je fais Concho, oh, fatigué des fils de pute qui ne jurent que par le buzz. Du rap ivoire, je suis inscrit dans la genèse. Et non, t'es pas le grand artiste que tu penses être. C'est pas en jouant les vieux que tu profites de ta jeunesse, hein. Wow, petit corps mais grosse caisse. Ma méthode marche, y'a que les perdants qui contestent. Prenez vos petits jets, moi c'est liard que j'encaisse. Quand même mon gars t'aimes pas, grrr pas, c'est sans stress, hein. Bercy, c'est le next level encore pétasse. Père-fils, l'héritage fait musical connasse. Je fais ski, les ogres, chaque jour je fais le milli élastique. J'ai le flow à Luffy de One Piece. Wow, c'est de 2-5, je suis le process. Roulant du wagon accompagné de grosses fesses. Négro tout baigne, toujours zen, ouais tout de bonne. Mais je suis pas fier d'être dans ce game avec que des rappeurs princesses. Oh.
Yeah, came from the trenches, my dream was to make it. I smell money miles away and I wish I could taste it. God gathered all my blessings and told me to take it. Now all these pretty women wanna see me naked. Smoking on the boat like I'm Al Pacino. You can try the things we do, but you don't know what we know. I'm not a racist, I love Jamaicans and Filipinos. I went from rockin' Brody Waywood down to Valentino. I did this thing myself, I never mess with majors. I'm with mommy documents, it's like 1,000 pages. I want my freedom cause most of my homies are locked in cages. It's been a decade, I'm rapping, I'm like the rock of ages. But tell me how to do this thing the right way. They smile with you by robbing you in broad day. I'm only human, I only do what the Lord say. You know, this is getting crazy. It's kinda strange how this music has changed from how it was. I need a verse for my bro, a couple calls, but now I need to speak to some dude cause he's the boss. Split the publishing before we hit the stores. I don't mind, but I know what I think can cost. I can't hate cause it's working, I see resource. African music was buzzing but couldn't cross. As soon as we signed the paperwork, labels open the doors. Oh, now I see how y'all really move. Cause that be the same thing that fraud people do. Till a couple dollars got you caged in the zoo. By the time I went here, we streaming it back. Pick a move. See the way we dig approach it. What take captain, I say roaches. I think I rapping it, keep I'm feminine, I'm for my name, woman, say Moses. So rapping them, I find the doses. I feel my mommy, me roses. I did what you people are trying to do, but you people be skipping the process. Yeah.
But you knew that, We should shoot the next cipher in the church, man. Why? Every single verse arriving in a hearse, man. Every line a quotable, wait till you see the merch, man. All these rappers sweet beef, tasting like dessert, man. Sheesh. See what they're discussing. First it was rappers, now it's Afrobeat niggas they judging. I know my playlist is busting, I know new artists is dropping. Still the base, the general success on a popular dozen. I'm so guilty holding on to these bars like life sentences. Realize perfection, my art and arch nemesis. Hard enough I drop these gems, no embellishing. LOTR kiss the ring and pledge fellowship. Pesto color pesos, loud set the echo. The dream is to stack these notes to falsettos. I'm right on the threshold, now niggas with no invite won't advise me on the dress code. Yeah, it's done this mellow, last of a dying breed. Really am that MC, killing shit for royalty. It's really Assassin's Creed. Even your goat's not safe, you should check on him after Eid. Might be the crescent moon and wolves are ready to eat. Ladipo lele, koche ladipo. Be like established, we don't recognize you anymore. Them they talk about streams but never come with the flows. Cause most of the competition displays symptoms of menopause. This is the taste that I cultivated. Like my money where my mouth is, my verse is compunctuated. Man, I'm all about the commas, period, don't complicate it. Exposure a camera setting, I'm still expecting my payment, nigga. What happened to you? My origin story, the proof any flower can bloom. This is my villain era, the chapter is titled Doom. I'll be that writing on the wall, cause niggas can't read the room, it's like Poe.
OG, gotta get indebted unlikely. My eyes redder than bladder sweated, but I swear I never fled in a fight scene. Francis the Predator, my vendettas ignite streams. Vegan on the low, only mess with cheddar, the slight queen. I couldn't stand the beats you're rapping over. Planet of the Apes, this is the attack of Cobra. Set tripping, my haters are Casanovas. You pack of sissies, open the bag of deal for Fashion Nova. So bow ninja, kiss the throne, the name's Biggie. How about to switch the tone? Remains easy. Proud through me sticks and stones, but pain feeds me. I can't leave this alone, the game need me. Always been told that I'm ahead of time, and it had me thinking my people from my city never shine. West African music's popping, and I'm a fan, but y'all better realize the East got a better grind for real. Got love for my Lagos brothers, but y'all need me if you're trying to make this game go further. Repetitive songs, stop it with the lame old covers. It's like you're trying to shack the game with the same old rubber. Gatekeepers trying to keep hip-hop silent, but we making noise, so now they're like a pissed off parent. For 12 years I've never been kicked off balance, but your career's short-lived like a TikTok challenge. Incredibly I decode, my enemy standing close. I plant my feet on their toast, they cannot breathe when they choke. They're scared of me I suppose, with Hennessy I'm a goat. My energy big, this big energy ladipo. Quick question, why you never let a gentleman be? Cause every time you wanna put me in irrelevant beefs, my competition getting trampled with my elephant feet. Y'all niggas good, but ain't nobody better than me. OG.
You're just listening to the Hennessy Cypher, and we're just trying to chop it up and see who was better than who. Of course, it had Calligraph Jones from Kenya, Maglera Boy from South Africa, Didi B from Cote d'Ivoire, Young Lunya from Tanzania, Ladipo from Nigeria, and Sakodi from Ghana. You know, it's one thing, we'll talk about it in the vault. Let me just, let me not mix up issues, but I'm just like, sometimes when you're given a beat, not everybody can handle it the same way. Because, hey, some guys could be used to, like, the new school beats. That sounded more like a boom bap beat, if I'm not wrong. Cindy, it's more boom bap, so it's like more old school. So, like, it ain't for everybody, okay? It ain't for everybody. Anyway, we'll talk about it up in just the next hour of the world. Right now, we are talking reproductive health, especially female reproductive health. And we do have Deborah with us in studio. Welcome once again. We've been having a great conversation so far. Now, we're zeroing in now on teen pregnancies. What does it currently look like in the country?
Okay. Well, teen pregnancies, we have like statistics from like 2022. It was at 15%. In some counties, of course, have a higher percentage, some even as high as 40%. Wow. But now, generally in Kenya, it's at 15%, which I think is not even so accurate, because I don't think all teen pregnancies are being recorded. Yeah. But that's still a very high percentage to have. Yeah, so, and I feel lately it's been on the rise. Some of these issues are being neglected slowly over time. You start imagining, these are things of the past. Who is having teen pregnancies now? But a lot of people actually are. And with the current situation, with the increase in healthcare acquisition and all that, it's bound to get worse.
In fact, in some parts of the country, teen pregnancies are not considered a thing. Mm-hmm. It's just, they acquired a wife, they made them pregnant, started a family. And in our modern world, we usually look at it like, peer-to-peer kind of pregnancy, but also older men taking in younger girls, whether it's through marriage or through other circumstances, they're also on the rise. Yeah. What is the sensitization at this point like? What is the government doing to help in further sensitizing communities in order to reduce the number of teen pregnancies, because it does cause complications to a lot of young girls?
Yeah, for sure. So with what is being done, of course, again, I don't think it's enough, but there's always that basic education being given in schools, but it doesn't spill down to the communities where the main issue is, and as well as in these communities where we have, teen marriages. And like abuse, there's not enough done to hold perpetrators accountable, because otherwise, why is it still happening? Why do people still feel like it's okay to acquire an 8-year-old as a wife? How does that happen in this current world?
In fact, Parliament is about to pass a law, I think it was last year by one, where it was legal to be, the legal age was being brought down to 16 years old. Yes, it was quite controversial and being discussed, again, by men in Parliament. And again, where does the sensitization begin and end, even for these men who are having these conversations in the highest offices in the country?
Yeah, because what that is crazy, because even a 19-year-old being pregnant, we see it as a teen pregnancy. You're not mature enough to be pregnant at that point. Biologically and all things considered. So, and it's a society, like you mentioned earlier, it's highly patriarchal, and women issues being discussed and decided by men is bound to bring about disaster. And I feel like there should be a lot of legal action as well against parents who allow or who marry off their children, as well as the people who are taking in these children, marrying them, and and most of the time that isn't captured as a teen pregnancy, because we say this is a married woman at this point, and where we like to only count children who drop out of school or who are in school and pregnant, and we really forget this other aspect.
It's
abuse in my view, because
yes, it is.
A teenager is not old enough to consent to this, and if they're making a wrong decision, maybe they just their peers and they want to marry each other. You shouldn't be allowing this to happen as well. So the elders should be held accountable.
Actually, they say that the human mind fully develops at 26, both male and female.
Yeah.
Meaning you're able to now make conscientious decisions at that age. Below that, you're still considered as a child.
Yeah, and that is so with even 26, apart from the human mind, I feel it's a good age because you've lived through university, you've seen a lot, the education and all that. I believe at that age one is fairly able to make a good choice. But 18, 19, 16, 10, no, people shouldn't be, that shouldn't be a burden for a child to decide on marriage and pregnancy. And their body isn't even ready. We've seen a lot of, complications. That's when they complicate, it increases in, maternal mortality and all these other complications and depression. And so it's a very sensitive topic and people are now ignoring it. I feel it's been sidelined even by the government.
How far has advocacy gotten to be able to have these discussions with the government? Because again, not only unfortunately is the state of teen pregnancies on the rise, being world population day is something that we cannot ignore. Also the rate of teen suicides is on the rise, and most of it also can be attributed to that. How far have you guys been able to get with the advocacy to be able to open up these discussions, especially within the government, to be able to trickle down to schools, as you're saying, and towards society? And how much more further do you have to go?
Okay, so with how far, of course, a few government officials or rather politicians and, these NGOs have been reached out to, partnerships have been formed, even with certain campaigns. But the problem now comes in the government is wide. When we mention the government, there's so many people who come into play, and now identify one decision maker who is able to come and say, okay, so we're doing this because with curbing teen pregnancies, a lot has to come into play. There's also teen pregnancies as a result of poverty, like in the maybe low-income areas, and these women are now forced to go that way and maybe have sex in exchange for basic needs and all this. So what's the government doing to capture that? Because you can't really solve a situation where there's an underlying cause that is dealing with this, or where it's abuse, where what arm of the government is mandated to come in and ensure justice is served to prevent these teenage pregnancies, and if it's an issue of contraception being not available. So there's so many different stakeholders in this. That's why it's a major issue, because it's not to say that it's the president who will do all this. So many other people are in charge of the bits that come into play. So big challenge, and we're able to only tackle issues like education, because that's a bit clear. You don't even need a decision maker to help you with that. Sometimes as a person you can decide and just go educate, go on with a group of people, partner with maybe an NGO and give this education. But when you go to the point of getting a standardized curriculum in schools, now everyone is suddenly not the one for the job. No one wants to take it up. We've seen that as a major challenge in these public offices. You come back later, go to this other office, go to the gender ministry, go here, go there. No one is clear on who's supposed to take this up.
And what are the resources now being offered to pregnant teens, especially within the households, and to, of course, again, the sensitization even after about sexual reproductive health?
So within the household, oh my God, that is
Yeah.
So the resources are not so, I don't really think a lot is being done. It comes down to a personal, it's a situational thing. In this area, maybe there's support. In this other area, there's no support. And I haven't seen the government, if it's there, well, I haven't come across it. I haven't come across any program that is specifically supporting teen mothers, maybe financially or something like that. I feel like they just are taken like any other pregnant woman would be treated in public hospitals. So there's no special attention being given or any financial assistance being given or any consideration. Of course, there's that law that mandates that if a child is pregnant, you still allow them to resume with their education. But that's about it. I haven't seen a lot being done. Of course, we realize that teen pregnancies affect women more than the men. Because if it's two teenagers who are involved, the boy could continue smoothly with the education, but with the girl now, with the health and all this, you're going to have to delay. And if this other party refuses to support you, finally, you're on your own. So there's that disparity as well.
So in a perfect world, say we end up in a perfect world, what would you like to see in regards to now your advocacy? Where would be the best point for sexual reproductive health in the country as it stands?
Okay, so of course, it's an all-round thing, but ideally, starting with our healthcare systems, these services should be free. Before we even start saying, let them not be pregnant in the first place. If they are pregnant, the antenatal care should be free, the delivery, all that. So at least this support that affects their health directly should be there, first of all. And then now, from there, then we can begin to see how to curb these teen pregnancies. Of course, we've talked about a lot of things that come into play, but education is a big part. Education, I feel, is a major part of it. When you don't look at the other aspects of poverty and all this, also lack of information, because even if someone is forced by circumstance to do this and maybe there's nothing we can do directly to help them get out of poverty, at least they can know to be safe. And not have these unintended pregnancies that is just going to complicate the issue further. So this sensitization should be there, and you can sensitize someone, and then when they go to hospital, the services are inaccessible or the contraception is now expensive. They can no longer afford it. So the education and the services should be made available. I feel this will go a long way.
So if somebody wanted to join forces with you, join you in advocacy, where can they reach out to you?
Okay, so if they want to join me personally, on I think a lot of social media platforms with Deborah Monari. You could also check out the Deborah show, but it also it's just a YouTube show that I have where we discuss some of these issues.
Nice.
But Deborah Monari, you'll find me on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram. On Facebook, I'm not so active. So on these three platforms, then if you want to message me directly, you could email at thedeborahshow001@gmail.com for any collaboration or further engagement.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been an insightful conversation.
Yeah.
Of course, let us know when you want those petitions signed. We will definitely help you spread the word.
Thank
You're
you.
doing an amazing job.
Yeah, I've had a lovely time discussing as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. We've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, if you have any questions for Deborah going forward, please be sure to reach out to her with the connection that she has given you. We are coming up next with The Vault. Jimmy has already stepped into studio. We also have a special guest, Smutty Tings from Bogiga J, who's going to be checking in as well. So stand by for that. See you in a bit.
Good morning, world. You're listening to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Nikipata cash na kwa fresh kama cucumber, nikiwa na dash na kwa mjesh